Good evening. Can you hear me? Yes, awesome.
Yes, we can hear you, Dr. Rose.
Okay. Are you able to see my screen? Wonderful.
Yes.
Okay, it is 5:59. Let's give it about 1 minute and I will go on and get started. All right, parents, I'm going to go ahead and get started. I do want to be very respectful of your time. Thank you, first of all, for joining us for an additional meeting regarding eighth grade activities. There's some information that I thought was important to actually share with you all in person to make sure that we deliver some of the logistics of some of the activities clearly and to clear up any questions that you all may have. So I promise I will not take a lot of your time, and I'm just going to go ahead and move forward. This is being recorded for anyone that needs to go back and view the video again, or for any of your colleagues or friends that may miss the presentation for whatever reason. We will make sure that it is also available. Okay, so I want to start with just a couple of reminders. Um, Reminder number one, this Friday is our missing work deadline for all of our eighth grade students. And so our deadline is a little bit different than the other deadlines because of the number of things that we have to do to prepare for the awards program on the 21st. Next Wednesday is when all of the kids' grades will be finalized. So that means they're finalized and you are able to actually view them in Infinite Campus. What you will not be able to do on that Wednesday, however, is pull the PDF document that you normally are able to pull. That will be available at around June the 3rd, which is when the actual report cards are issued for the district. So they will not enable that feature until sometime in June, but you will be able to see your child's final grades as of 4 o'clock on May the 19th. The last day of instruction for eighth grade students will be May the 20th, and we will just be kind of finalizing a few things with students, possibly pre-shadowing some of the things that they can expect on their ninth grade year. After that, there is no live instruction, there's no Zoom instruction for students. Everything from the 21st through the 26th will all be basic activities that have been tailored for the students for the end of the year. So let's move on. So just a reminder of our activities on Friday the 21st, which is next Friday, is their actual awards program. It will be virtual and it will be posted in both the kids advisory classes and on our Howard YouTube channel at 10 o'clock on that Friday. The following Monday, the first half of the day will be a Zoom movie. The second half of the day is the concert on the lawn. Tuesday is the eighth grade dance via Zoom, and that is from 3 to 4:30. And then Wednesday is the drive-through party and souvenir and awards pickup. So the two main things that I wanted to discuss with you all are those that are highlighted: the concert on the lawn, which is next Monday the 24th, and then Wednesday the 26th, which will be the souvenir and drive-through party. So bear with me, parents, while I go through some of the logistics. So on Monday the 24th, the actual concert, we have a live band that will perform for us. It's from 1 to 2. It is an event that is for Howard eighth grade students only. We cannot accommodate more than that. We have 380 eighth graders, and so we will only be able to accommodate our students. We are asking parents that you actually give your child permission to attend. so that we know that you are okay with them being there. We have a Google form for you to grant permission. That Google form should probably already be in this chat, but it will be placed in this chat. And I will also send that Google form out to you in the Infinite Campus Messenger, not in Remind. Again, I will only send that form out in the Infinite Campus Messenger and not in Remind. And the reason is that we have so many students that have signed up for our 8th grade Remind. We want to make sure that that form gets directly to the parents and not to the students. So one of the caveats that the district made us, basically was a requirement from the district for us to have this concert in person, is that we have to have a mask mandate and we have to practice social distancing. Not unlike what we already do right now. We just want to make sure that everyone understands that it is an outside event. We will be requiring that students wear masks. We will have masks on campus if students need them, and we will also require social distancing. Because this is an outside event, we are encouraging students to bring their own lawn chair or whatever they would like for seating that will be comfortable. They can bring snacks and water if they so desire. We only ask that they help us at the end of the concert by cleaning up their area. We have a beautiful building, a beautiful lawn, and we want to keep it that way. So we will just ask that students work with us and just clean up the area that they were in. We will open our gates at 12:30 and we ask parents to pick students up no later than 2:15. So we have to clear the area by 2:30 at the latest, because we will be in the area where the buses arrive, and we have to clear that area completely before the buses will get there. And we do have an inclement weather plan. I am hoping that we have a beautiful day of sunshine on that day so that we can all enjoy being outside and listening to some live music. But in the scenario that we do not, we will transition our students into the gym, still practicing social distancing, and allow them to enjoy the concert there. So I want to give you a visual. So don't laugh don't laugh at my aerial view, parents. I could not find an aerial view of the building completed, and so I did the best that I could with what I was able to locate. So for the concert on the 24th, you can drop kids off at 12:30. Where you see the 3 stars, there are 3 yellow stars. You can drop kids off, or kids can enter from the Randolph bus ramp. They can enter from the Irvin Street parking lot, that's the teacher parking lot, or they can enter from the Howell Street bus ramp. We will have staff there to greet them, to check them off, to make sure that we do have your permission for them to attend. Where you see the area that I have shaded in green, this is actually where we are asking students to be seated, and they will face the school. The band will be located on the bus ramp, kind of under the canopy area. So this is just kind of a visual. Randolph Street, Irvin Street, or Howard Street, they can come in either of those gates. We have 3 entrances because we have so many students, and we want to make sure to be able to get them in quickly and let them get situated before we actually begin the concert. So the next event that I wanted to share with you all is the May 26th, which is the students' final walk. Again, it's only 8th grade students that are allowed. We had to stagger their times to come because we have, again, 380 students, and there are a number of things that the students will do on this particular day, so we cannot have all 380 of our kids come at the same time. We are strongly encouraging the way that the kids will travel is from the Randolph side to the Howell side. So we are strongly encouraging a couple of things. We are anticipating about 125 students for each block of time, anywhere from 90 to 125 for each block of time. So we are asking parents that you work with us and stick to the block of time that we have assigned for the last names, which are listed here from 10 to 11, last names beginning with A through E, 11 to 12, last names beginning with F through L, 12 to 1, M through R, and then 1 to 2, S through Z. Same scenario here. We have to clear this complete area by 2:30 so that we can get ready for our buses. Originally, this was not a big deal because it was an asynchronous day, and so we had all day to enjoy ourselves through this process. But now, 6th and 7th grade students will be on campus, so the buses will be coming to pick them up. Once students enter into the bus ramp, there will be a whole bunch of tables. There's a lot of tables that students will have to stop at because parents, we have a lot of stuff for the kids. We have a lot of stuff for the kids. And so it's almost like they are going down a vending lot and they're going to stop at every vending table and pick something up. So let me give you a little visual. So we are asking that students for the event on May the 26th are dropped off on the Randolph side. And I hope that you can see my blue arrows. What we would like for you all to do, if possible, is to, if you are going to drive, if you will drive following the blue arrows. What we don't want with these many kids and possible traffic congestion is a lot of students trying to cross the street to get to the school building. So if you don't mind working with us, we want them dropped off on the Randolph side and then picked up on the Howell side. So they will actually walk down through the bus ramp. For those of you all that have seen the building, it's a pretty nice walk. It's a pretty good bit of space. There are going to be a number of tables that the students will have to visit once they enter the bus ramp. And at every table, they will pick up another item that we have purchased for them. So because we know we're, kind of in the downtown area and traffic is congested quite frequently, we are encouraging parents, if you are able to ride share, to carpool, to use the Beltline. What we don't encourage, based on the number of items that we are giving kids, is that kids bike for this particular event. They can absolutely bike for the concert, but for this event, it's going to be very difficult for them to ride back home on the bike and manage the number of items that we are going to put in their hands on this particular day. So after you drop your child off to do their final walk and get all of their souvenirs and the music is playing and we just got a lot going on this particular day, parents, we are giving you an opportunity to come to the back side of the building where you see the green marked area. It says parent area for you to do pictures or videos. We're going to have cones marked there for an area where you are able to stand if you would like to capture your babies walking their final walk. What we do ask though for this particular event, parents, is that if only one family member can come in to capture the pictures, because we cannot accommodate, we cannot accommodate both parents plus a number of siblings. If you recall, we got about 125 to 90 coming in, so there's no way we can accommodate that many parents at one time. So if you will work with us and send one family member inside of the gates in that marked area where they are able to capture some video or some pictures of their children doing their final walk. So drop off on Randolph and then pick up on Howell. We anticipate that it's going to take them at least 15 to 20 minutes to go through the tables that we have for them. Like I said, there are a number of tables. And so we do anticipate that. We already know that parking will be a challenge. The rear parking lot will be available if there are any spaces there. You are certainly welcome to use those spaces. And we know that it is a possibility that parking will have to be done on the street as well. So I'm telling you that it may be a little bit congested, but we did not want to not have this opportunity for our students. But we do understand that traffic could be a challenge and be a little frustrating. So guys, just please work with us because it's really about the students enjoying themselves and being celebrated. So that is pretty much it for those two events. And then I can, I guess, take some questions from the chat, Miss Martin. Oh, one thing that I may not have mentioned, the 8th grade fees are $10, and that is still available for parents who may not have had an opportunity to pay those fees. If you can go ahead and get that $10 in, you can pay it electronically. I believe there should be a link somewhere in the chat for you to be able to do so. Mr. Webb, Ms. Martin, did I miss anything?
I don't see anything that, do they need to return their laptops at some point? Yes. And
Yes, they do. We hope to be able to accommodate laptop pickup during one of these events that we already have. We are actually waiting to hear from the district on how they want that done, and Ms. Poe is actually working on a plan. But she is aware of all of our activities and will work diligently to try to get that done at the same time so that we are not having to ask parents to come back or students to come back an additional time just to drop laptops off.
And Dr. Harper, is there a way to figure out if they already paid the fees?
I can ask Mr. Dorsey. He has a list of all of the students that have remitted payment. So if they would send us an email, we can just kind of double check that.
All right. And then about yearbooks, when will they receive those?
As of right now, yearbook is still slated to return in mid-July. And so we will send correspondence out, and we will have to come up with a plan for retrieval for that at that time.
All right. So for the movie and concert day, do they do the movie via Zoom and then drop off for the concert?
Yes. Drop off at 12:30 for the concert.
Okay, and then I saw where Miss Beatles just dropped the link again for, just someone asked where they need to pay the fees. So that has just been dropped in the chat again. And I think that's pretty much it. I know a parent wants to know if we still have any yearbooks available.
We usually order additional yearbooks to be on the safe side. If we can get that parent's information, let me with Miss Jen.
Dr. Harper, let me kind of jump in. So yearbooks, you have to call Johnston's because we don't actually sell the yearbooks. The Johnston's company sells the yearbooks. So if you will email Johnston's, they can give you the link to purchase a yearbook.
And if Martin, if you can get that parent's information, I will get them the email and the information for Johnston's so that they can just pull it from the link in my email.
Okay. All right. And
thank you, Ms. Beatles.
Thank you, Ms. Beatles. There was a question about the type of band or music for the concert.
Yes, we have an acoustic guitar duo that will be doing all genres of music. I was very nervous, to be quite honest, and adamant that it was age appropriate for our students. And I feel very confident that we found the correct duo. And actually, we have to thank Miss Lambert, I believe, who was very instrumental in helping us secure entertainment for our concert.
Let's see.
And I don't know if I mentioned that about the parade. I know that it's not in the activity sheet, but I did send out communication that we were unable to secure the permit within the time frame that we are required to do so to have the parade. And so we did have to cancel the parade. And in canceling the parade, we did add some additional things to this Wednesday, the 26th event. And so that's why the kids now have so many tables that they will have to go to get all of their items.
Dr. Harper, I think one question, or it's just a question about after the concert and students that would like to walk home, just would it be permitted? I know it was addressed in the chat or whatnot.
Yes, I
So
don't.
can I address that, Dr. Harper?
Yes.
Okay, so if you want your kids to walk home, I need a note from them saying that you are giving them permission to leave at that time.
So let me ask you this. I created the Google form for parents to fill out, giving them permission to come to the concert. Can I just add to the form that they have permission to walk home?
Yes, and if they check it, then I can use that as their permission and just print off a list.
So parents, I will just update, does your child have permission to walk home? Yes or no, on that actual Google form so that you can fill that out. So if you've already done it, don't worry, we'll drop it again. And I'm going to send that out again via IC Messenger so that we know that they have your permission to walk home. Any other questions, Martin Webb?
I
don't see any.
don't see any we haven't answered, but if there is anything we overlooked, if you, let's see.
There's a question, do the in-person students have to attend all day during the activity days?
No, we don't expect to see students in the building. We will actually be doing a lot of work on the actual activities and preparation for the activities. So the last actual day that we expect to see students is on May the 20th.
And there are a few questions about the dates and times of activities. And I put in the chat that Dr. Harper is planning to provide a PDF of activities and just the presentation in general after this meeting is over.
Yes, there should be a PDF link to the presentation already, possibly in the chat. If not, if we can get that in the chat for parents real quick, that has the dates on there for them. So I'll just recap. May the 21st is the awards program at 10. On the 24th, we have the movie day in the morning, which will start at school starting time at 9:05. And then we have the concert in the afternoon at 1 o'clock. That's Monday. On Tuesday, the students will have their virtual dance, and that's from 3 to 4:30. We will provide a Zoom link on that day to students through their advisory classes for them to sign in with the DJ for the party. And then on Wednesday is what we call the Ram Walk, which will be the day that the students come up to pick up all of their souvenirs on that last day, and we will celebrate them. And that is actually from 10 to 2, but each student's time of arrival is staggered based on their last name.
One question that we are having is, if the students cannot attend on the 26th, will they be able to pick up their souvenirs and awards at another time?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. If you already know, parents, that they are unable to attend on the 26th and you have an idea of when you want to pick those items up, just let us know. I will be at the school through June the 18th, working all day, every day. And so anytime before that time, I will actually be there to assist getting the items to you. After that time, other staff members will still be in the building to be able to get items to you. And then I think we come back mid-July. So if for some reason you are unable to come in June and you need to push to come back in mid-July, I will be back in the building and will be able to house those items and get them to you.
The question was, we have another question. The question is, like, when they go on their 8th grade walk, will they get something to carry their souvenirs in?
Absolutely.
And I saw a question about transcripts. If you need your student's transcript, just reach out to me and I will put my contact information in the chat.
I think we have answered most of the questions. If there are any pressing questions, again, our email addresses are posted and the presentation was posted. So our email addresses are in the presentation as well. So you could just click on that. And then there will be a PDF that follows along. And Ms. Martin just posted her email address. So everyone can email Ms. Martin. No, I'm just playing.
And this presentation was recorded, and so I will make sure that it gets to our social media channels for any parent that was unable for whatever reason to join us this evening, so that they have the same information. I will be following up regularly, parents, and I apologize ahead of time if it is overload. I know we all have a lot going on, but I just want to make sure that no one forgets about the next activity. So we will be sending regular remind messages and IC messages, just reminding parents and students of the next upcoming activity. So you can expect to hear from us from now until May the 27th, quite regularly. If it's too much, just send me an email and say, Dr. Harper, please stop. And I will figure something out. All right, if there are no other questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. If you have questions, if you have concerns, or if you have any feedback, we are happy to receive that from you. And we appreciate you parents in working with us and being flexible and allowing us to plan these out of the box activities for our students. There's never been a concert done as an 8th grade activity. So I am super excited about the opportunity to try to plan that. I hope it goes well because I've never done it before, but I am excited about listening to some live music from a live band. And I am so excited about what we have planned for the students on the 26th as well. All right, so if there's nothing else, just one more check, Webb and Martin, just making sure we have nothing else before we close out.
It looks like everyone is saying thank you. I think.
And I will say, if we missed anything, we'll review the chat just to, double check.
Absolutely, and get back to parents.
Mm-hmm.
One thing, there is a question. There's a question about walking. Again, the students, if they are in walking distance and they have your permission as a parent, they can walk to the activities and they can walk home from the activities. We just did not want them to try to ride a bike and try to juggle and hold everything that they're going to get on their 8th grade walk.
On that last day, yeah. Absolutely. And we will have plenty of staff there. Staff will be at the gates, outside of the gates, on the corners to make sure that we are receiving students without any problems and to make sure that we are dismissing students without any problems. So the entire 8th grade staff plus some additional staff will be there as well to make sure that we are monitoring students. Yes. Okay, if that is it, parents, thank you again so much for your time. I just wanted to make sure that we just had another quick connect to go over some of the logistics. And again, I will make this presentation available to you. Please do not hesitate to reach out to us if you have any additional questions, any comments, concerns, or any feedback. We are happy to receive that. Have a fantastic Wednesday evening. And for those students that will be testing tomorrow, we will see you bright and early on Thursday morning for our last Georgia Milestones assessment. Have a great evening.
Dr. Harper,
yes.
If parents want to know right away if they paid, they can also call me.
Okay. And I'm sorry, Ms. Beatles, because you are a parent of an 8th grade student at Howard, I did not actually include you in the information here. Do you mind dropping your information in the chat for parents very quickly?
I sure will.
And Dr. Harper, there were a couple of questions about where to access the recording. You're going to send that via Instant Messenger or Infinite Campus Messenger and remind.
And I'm going to get it to Ms. Poe, who normally will get things to our social media platforms.
Gotcha.
Did we get Miss Did we get Ms. Beadle's information in the chat?
I just posted it.
All
You just
right.
posted. And give me 1 second. I just want to post one last time for if anyone came in late, the links for fees and things. Or Ms. Beatles, do you already have it copied and pasted? Copied.
I think I do. Let me see if I can just paste it in. There you go. It's
there.
posted. Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Ms. Beatles. I'll just give it one more second before we close out.
Thank you so much, Dr.
Thank you, Mr.
Harper, for
Dorsey.
doing this.
Of course. All right, parents, have a great evening. We certainly appreciate you all. Thank you so much.